Hello guys, last time we stopped at the links and we just added some text into the add page.php to show and test if that works. So now let's continue from there and create a new form with a method post and the action, which will be index.php and page is equal to insert page. Now while I was recording earlier and trying to make the tutorial, I've noticed that instead of the tutorial which I've named my database, I've called it tutorials there. So if you did the same mistake, you should correct that. So tutorial and save that off. Okay, so let's create a form. I will make also a table and get the columns from the database and create some inputs for them. The first one will be the title, so the type will be text. After that we will have the content. I will just use call span here. I'm going to use a text area and call it content. This is the active part. I'm going to use a select and call it active. I will have two options. First we'll have the value 0, which will mean the page is not visible on the website, and the next one will be 1 and it will be visible on the website, as well as a submit button. And I will just call this one add new page. Okay, now that we've created the form, let's go back into body and create a new case. Insert page. Let's get the variables from the form. So I will have the title, which will be post title, the content, and active. Now let's insert them into the database. So MySQL query insert into pages, that's how we call our table, and we will have the p title, p content, and p active. As values I will just pass the ones that I just created, so title, content, and active. Okay, there's something wrong here. I will just pause and see what it is. Okay, I wrote value instead of values, and there's something more. Okay, so I've lost semicolon there, and this should work fine. So save it. Let's go back to the browser, add a new page. This is the form we've just created, so I'll just say testing. Here we will write here the content of the page, and let's just make it active. Okay, so now it's inserted. Let's go back to PHP and there we go. Here is the title, there is the content, and if the page is active. Okay, so now that we've added those into the database, let's just return to the index. So location will be index.php. Let's test it out. Testing 2, content for the page. This one will not be active, so add page, and there we go. We're back into the index.php. Now that we've added, let's make the edit part. So we got the view single page. I will just copy this from here. It will be mostly the same thing. Go to the top of the file and let's write some PHP. So query, MySQL query, select, let's select all from pages, where page ID is equal to we will pass a parameter in the link, so let's save it into a variable, while row is equal to MySQL fetch array query, and at the end of the file we will close. Okay, first we need to change the link, and I will call it update page, and ID is equal to, and another PHP block, echo id. Okay. Now we will define the values for the input we've made. So value PHP echo row p title, and we need to close the PHP. Okay, I will just copy this part and modify it. So here delete the value. Okay, and the content. For the active part we will do something else. We will include a PHP file, and actually not a PHP file, a PHP block. So if row active, actually is p active, okay, is 0, we'll echo selected, and we will do the same thing for the other option, but change the p active to 1 and save it. Now that we've did this, let's go back to our index, and here we will create a table with all the pages that we've created. So let's go and write it with an echo. So table okay, so let's do 2 echoes. Okay, the first and the last, and here we will create a query, MySQL query, select all again from pages, while row is equal to MySQL fetch array query. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so if row is okay, we will create a row and some columns. For the first one, we will post the ID, the title, and the active part. So is equal to row page ID and row page title, and if the page is active or not. Okay, we will also create another column, and we will also create here some links, one for edit and the other one for delete. So we will go with the edit first. Index.php and page is equal to view single, and ID is equal to the same as above, which will be row page ID. Okay, and let's call this one edit, and it's almost the same thing for the delete part. Just the name of the page will be delete page, and we'll call this one delete. Okay, let's see if this works. So there we go. In the index we got them. So edit. Let's see what happened here. There's probably a problem with the yeah, of course. I'm asking for PID and it's actually only ID. So home, edit, oops. The problem is that we did not create a case for this, so let's create it now. So case view single include view single page.php and break. There we go. There we have the title, have the content, and if the page is active or not. And let's go to the other one. The active is set to null, the content changed, and the title changed as well. We are already at almost 14 minutes, so I will call this one for today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.